Good evening. As Interim Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Science, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you, the graduates, your families, and your friends to this Convocation ceremony. Je vous souhaite la bienvenue à cette collation des grades. Let's begin our celebration by joining Colleen Bradley, soprano, in the singing of O Canada.
Good evening and bienvenue. Author, educator, and activist Parker J. Palmer said, "Vocation comes from listening. I must listen to my life and try to understand what it is truly about." For the last few years, you pursued your vocation, and you have done just that. Vous avez écouté vos professeurs et vos collègues. You have listened to the wisdom of your family and friends and the wisdom of this world. Vous avez écouté l'appel des défis et des situations difficiles. You have listened to your own inner voices, your yearnings, and your dreams. And today, let us listen again. Écoutons la sagesse de cette communauté rassemblée ici. Let us hear the sounds of celebration, the sounds of accomplishment and joy. And let us continue to listen to the voices of hope and of wisdom. Continuons à écouter les voix qui donnent un sens à la vie. And let us continue to dream of a world full of understanding and peace. Thanks. Please be seated. Veuillez vous asseoir.
Chers diplômés, distingués invités, mesdames et messieurs, félicitations à chacun et chacune de nos nouveaux diplômés en cette magnifique journée de réjouissance. I'm so very pleased to be here with you on this very special day. It's a momentous occasion for you, our graduates, and for your families, loved ones, and friends. Today, we acknowledge and celebrate your achievements as graduates. However, I think the best is yet to come. In the years ahead, you will hone your skills and expertise. You will add to the critical mass of knowledge and experience that you gained here at Concordia. You will reach for your own dreams and in doing so, contribute to the progress of a wider society. Diplômés, vous avez rédigé des travaux et subi des examens, parfois en devant concilier vos études avec des emplois, des responsabilités familiales, des activités parascolaires, de bénévolat et des activités sportives. Nos professeurs et notre personnel ont fait tout leur possible pour que nos étudiants et étudiantes se sentent les bienvenus à Concordia et pour faciliter leur cheminement universitaire. J'espère que nous y sommes parvenus et que nous avons su vous aider à vous préparer à la prochaine étape de votre vie. Graduates, as informed and engaged citizens, your generation is poised to make a tremendously beneficial impact on this fast-changing world. The challenges are significant, whether they are economic, social, technological, or environmental. You know them well. You will have to be adaptable and resilient, not followers of change, but leaders of change. In fact, you are our future change managers. If you want to predict the future, invent it. Despite the challenges, I think there is much room for optimism. The value of a university education to you personally and to society at large is indisputable. I can tell you from personal experience, however, that success is not determined by financial wealth or awards and acclaim, or even the approval of our peers. Success is defined by the degree to which you positively affect people in your personal, professional, and civic lives. It's disarmingly simple, but it's my version of the golden rule, and I know from personal experience it's a sure path to success. Wherever you go and whatever you do, the knowledge, experience, and values that you've gained here at Concordia will be as relevant for society as you make it. Be bold, be imaginative, be prepared to dare to fail, to learn and succeed. Trust me, you can make a difference if you follow your passions. Chers diplômés, je vous dis à nouveau bravo et je vous encourage à rêver, à explorer les choses qui n'existent pas encore, puisque c'est ainsi que vous allez changer le monde et bâtir l'avenir. Graduates, we share a connection through Concordia. I hope it becomes a lifelong bond with the university and our community. In closing, I would like to draw your attention to one of the many insights provided by Winston Churchill, who said, "We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give." So think about giving your time to Concordia. Think about helping to make a better future for the students coming along after you. You can assure that their Concordia education is as rewarding for them as it was for you. With your knowledge, with your experience, and with your energy, you can truly make a difference at your alma mater, in your community, and in wider society. Take up this challenge. I'm sure you'll find it to be satisfying and an uplifting experience. Well done, graduates. We are also very proud of you. I wish you all good luck, good health, and good fortune. May you grow from strength to strength. Chapeau et merci. I would like to now introduce Dr. Alan Shepard and ask him to make his remarks.
Bonsoir. C'est un grand plaisir de vous voir assemblés ici aujourd'hui pour célébrer les diplômés de 2014. Convocation is a ritual moment in one's life. Like a wedding or a birth of a child, it's a turning point. And after this ceremony, graduands, you'll always be a Concordian, a Concordia graduate. J'espère que votre expérience à l'université à transformer votre existence et que vous tirez une grande fierté du travail que vous avez accompli. From the moment you receive your diploma on stage this evening, you go from being a student of the university to a lifetime member of its community. And that means you will continue to be an integral member of the Concordia community and its distinguished mission. Concordia springs from two institutions. Loyola College, founded in 1896, followed the teachings of St. Ignatius of Loyola. The Jesuit tradition prizes rigorous critical thinking and lives of service to others. Considérés comme les extravertis de l'Église catholique, les jésuites ont aussi voulu amener leur enseignement dans la rue, avec le désir de changer la vie des autres. Founded in 1926, Sir George Williams University is named after the founder of the YMCA movement, including adult education and lifelong learning. Sir George served primarily those adult students who needed to attend night school because of commitments to family, employment, or both. And today, the modern Concordia University of 46,000 students continues to offer an exceptional university education that honors these two traditions and looks to the future. Today, we are what I call a next generation university. We prepare a diverse group of students for a global world that loves our graduates' can-do attitude, your brilliance, your entrepreneurial energy, and your ambition to make the world a better place. Good universities develop what I would call a clan culture. Students and graduates look out for each other. They care about each other. They help each other out. No one knows the value of the education you've received at Concordia better than your fellow Concordia graduates. Alors, profitez-en. Gardez le contact avec eux. Stay in touch with each other and stay in touch with us. Bonne chance et merci et félicitations.
Mr. Deputy Chancellor, it is my honor to present to you Brian Kolb, distinguished scholar and one of Canada's most prominent behavioral neuroscientists. Brian Kolb is a native of Calgary and is professor in the Department of Neuroscience at the University of Lethbridge, where he's been since 1976. He received both a bachelor's and master's degree from the University of Calgary, a PhD from Pennsylvania State University, and did postdoctoral work at the University of Western Ontario and the Montreal Neurological Institute. His recent work has focused on the development of the prefrontal cortex, how neurons of the cerebral cortex change in response to various developmental factors such as hormones, experience, stress, drugs, and injury, and how these changes are related to behavior. Brian's remarkable contributions to research and scholarship place him in the highest ranks of Canadian scientists. He has played a key role in the development of science education and the promotion of neuroscience across the country, while enhancing Canada's scientific prominence internationally. His work has fueled the search for new treatments for victims of stroke, drug abuse, brain injury, and Alzheimer's disease. Brian Kolb has held numerous leadership positions in his field. He was the inaugural director of the Canadian Centre for Behavioral Neuroscience, a remarkable research center created in 2001 by his group, a group built from meager beginnings at the time when Lethbridge was largely an undergraduate institution. He is former president of the Canadian Society for Brain, Behavioral, and Cognitive Science and recipient of the Hebb Prize. He has a long history of service in Natural Science and Engineering Council of Canada and the Canadian Institutes for Health Research, formerly the Medical Research Council. He's a member of the Canadian Institute for Advanced Research program on child and brain development. Brian Kolb has published 5 books, including 2 textbooks with Ian Wishaw, Fundamentals of Human Neuropsychology, 6th edition, and now coming up 7th. Introduction to Brain and Behavior, 4th edition, and over 300 articles and chapters. In addition to his groundbreaking research, Brian is widely recognized for his excellence and enthusiasm in teaching. He has taught at institutions throughout North America and has been a mentor to countless undergraduate and graduate students, many of whom have gone on to pursue careers in research and teaching. Over the years, he's also given time selflessly to the public dissemination of research findings nationally and internationally. Brian Kolb's work on brain development has won him great recognition and numerous awards, including a Killam Fellow from the Canada Council, the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal from the Royal Society of Canada, a Centennial Medal from the province of Alberta, to name only a few. And he is a Fellow of the Royal Society of Canada, Academy of Science. Mr. Deputy Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate and the Board of Governors, it is my privilege and honor to present you Brian Kolb so that you may confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to ask Brian Kolb, Dr. Brian Kolb, to make his remarks. Thank you.
I want to begin by thanking Concordia for this wonderful honor. I'd always wondered what it was like to look this direction in Place des Arts. Now I know. It's quite a bit different than being out there. As you know, I'm being recognized today for my scientific success, largely for studies on the organization and plasticity of the cerebral cortex. So it follows naturally that I must have had some kind of plan from the beginning, a grand plan of study that I followed through, and it's led me to my discoveries and my standing here. Like most scientists, I went to university for about 10 years, and I must have had a plan. Not really. One thing you need to know about scientists is that they behave like 4-year-olds, sometimes worse. For example, they constantly ask questions, and according to my wife, it's to the point of being annoying. It bothers everybody around them. In addition, scientists engage in activities that appear primarily for their own amusement and often have difficulty verbalizing why they do the experiments they do, why they do the things they do. They just know that it's probably going to be interesting. So there's some lessons here for the graduates, and I'm going to digress for a second, and then I'll get to those lessons. In 1965, which is nearly 50 years ago, I was the first person in my family to go to university. Today that would seem surprising, I think, but you have to realize I was born right after the Second World War, one of the first baby boomers, and my parents were not able to go to university. University was only for the wealthy. There was a depression. things didn't happen. My father, whose career was as an engineer, was proud to say he'd gone to the University of Turner Valley. Now, for those of you who aren't from Alberta, you have no idea where that is. Turner Valley was the first big oil strike in Canada. And so he learned engineering from the bottom up and was always frustrated when he was hiring engineers to work for him at Ingersoll Rand that they didn't know anything about engineering. They'd gone to the wrong university. At any rate, he assumed that I would follow in his footsteps and take engineering, and he also assumed that I would play professional football for the Stampeders as he had done. In fact, I enrolled in pre-law and played on the University badminton team, which was a great disappointment, but luckily he didn't discover it for a while. We had a ruse going on that, how was the practice today? Oh, it was good, yeah. At the same time, I had a job at the Calgary Zoo as a short order cook, and I was getting the grand sum of $1 an hour. The minimum wage in those days was 85 cents, so I was living high on the hog, and I can recall getting a raise to $1.05 and wondering how I'd spend all this money. At any rate, I spent a lot of time at the zoo wandering around and looking at the animals and became really fascinated. So I started taking science courses in my pre-law program. And in fact, when I went to apply to graduate for the BA in psychology, I was informed by the dean that I did not qualify. I had too many science courses. Now, like many of the students here, I didn't really think the calendar was a serious thing, and I would just take what I wanted to take. And I was also told by the dean my chances of getting into law were pretty much zero because I hadn't taken courses like political science. No, I hadn't. I didn't even know what it was. So luckily, a secretary in the dean's office pulled me aside and said, you know, you qualify for a BSc. Oh. I'm not sure why the dean didn't tell me that, and I wonder to this day what would have happened if she hadn't pulled me aside. At any rate, I got a BSc. But now what? My mother assumed my degree would lead to a great job. My father was skeptical because it was a degree in psychology, not engineering. A chance encounter with one of my professors, who was the dean of graduate studies, convinced me I should go to graduate school and get a master's, and because of my time studying, looking at all the zoo animals, I thought maybe I'll study animal behavior. So I did, and I decided I would, now this may seem a little odd today, I was going to study the behavior of chipmunks and squirrels. Now at the time, in 1968, it seemed okay. I wasn't really concerned about this being a career. And in the course of trapping the subjects for my study, I got really interested in forests. This was in the Rockies, and I thought, when I'm done my master's in animal behavior, I'll go into forestry. So I went out to UBC and I met with the dean of forestry and said I was keen to be a forester, and he said, not here. He said, if students can't make up their mind what they're going to do, we don't want them. I was astonished at this, and you know, in today's world, a dean would love to have another person in a seat because it's funded by the government. In those days, apparently it didn't matter. Anyway, he said, you're not going to forestry. So I decided to do a PhD and learn more about the brain, how it controlled the behaviors I was watching. So in 1970, I headed off to Penn State. Now, this was quite an adventure. I'd never been east of the Saskatchewan-Alberta border. There's a town called Alsace, and that was it. And so you have to understand that for those of you who grew up in Montreal and haven't been west of the Ontario-Quebec border, you have no idea how big this country is. At any rate, it was quite an adventure. I had a great time studying the organization of the cerebral cortex. And because the lab had about 250 cats, I spent a lot of time watching these cats. I was studying rodents, but the cats were really interesting. One thing that really fascinated me was a face that cats make, and maybe you've seen this face. So when they sniff urine, they go like this. And I wondered why they did that. So I did my 4-year-old thing and started studying how cats do this. Turns out it's called flehmen, and so I actually was able to write the first paper ever published on this behavior in cats. You may have seen bulls or cows do this, or horses, and you may have seen your pet cat do this when they sniff your shoe. I'll let you mull over what that might mean. My actual PhD work was a little more useful. It was on the organization of the frontal lobe. The details aren't very important right now. But after completing my PhD, I went to the University of Western Ontario and started studying brainwaves, electrophysiology. But one of my colleagues there was studying guinea pigs, and they whistle, and they have all these whistles. So I spent all this time listening to their whistles and started studying whistling in guinea pigs. Another useful enterprise for sure. So unfortunately, at the end of 2 years there, it looked like I was unemployable. I was asking a lot of questions, but nobody was prepared to give me a job to pursue that. And so luckily an opportunity arose for me to go to the MNI and study patients with Brenda Milner, and I went. And my mother thought this might be a better enterprise than what I've been doing so far. Now, I loved Montreal and still do, but as a Westerner, I wanted to be back by the Rockies. And an opportunity arose in 1976. The chair of psychology, Roger Barnsley, who'd gone to McGill, asked me if I got a discount in stores in Montreal if I told him I worked at McGill. He said, that prestige is worth a lot, right? And I said, well, no. And he said, well, here's the choice. You can stay at McGill for $12,000 a year and get lots of prestige, or you can come to Lethbridge for $20,000 a year and get no prestige. I concluded prestige was overrated. So would my career have been better if I'd stayed at McGill? No, it just would have been different. Besides, I think, and this is important, if you're good, you can do it anywhere. It's a style of life that's really important. We had no facilities, we had little equipment, no graduate students until the 1990s. But like Concordia, we had an administration that was really supportive and wanted the university to become something other than what it was. So nearly 40 years later, as Dr. Stewart mentioned, we've built quite a place, and it's a long ways from chipmunks and cat urine. So what's my point? Well, first it should be obvious that I had no plan. No plan at all. It just happened. Secondly, I did not set out 40 years ago to develop strategies for improving the lives of people with brain injury, to understand addiction or anything else. This is the nature of what we call curiosity-driven research. You follow interesting leads and see what you might discover. This is how science works. It's the generation of knowledge. There's a book by David Marsh entitled Knowledge and the Wealth of Nations, and many of the graduates, I hope all of the graduates, will recognize part of that title because it's from Adam Smith's book. The premise of the book is that economic growth is directly tied to knowledge and innovation. It's no accident that the places in the world that have the highest standard of living are those places that have the best universities. Knowledge is a powerful factor in economic growth. Emerging nations like China and India and even Brazil now are building universities at an astonishing rate. Brazil has this amazing program to send students and faculty all over the world for a year or two, gain knowledge, come home, and help them to continue to develop. In 2004, the German government did something that was amazing. They sold the gold reserves and took all that money and plowed it into universities. Germany's doing pretty well. In 2005, France did exactly the same thing. The government of Canada developed the program of Centers of Excellence and CRCs for similar reasons. I have to say, though, that as an aside, post-secondary education in Canada is a provincial jurisdiction, and the provinces haven't done as well, and certainly those who live in Quebec know this as well as I do. So get to the message. The goal of universities is to create and dispense knowledge. You've got to get the message to students. You've got to take them as adults and make them think like 4-year-olds, to question everything, to question, and to follow their interests. Remember, the journey you're starting is like a book, and you don't get to read the last page until you get there. Don't worry about it. You'll get there sooner or later. You may not follow squirrels or guinea pigs or cat urine, but you'll have your own curiosities to follow. Your task is to identify them, to recognize those opportunities, and keep asking questions, because the questions are the root of knowledge, and it's key for your own success and the success of Canada. Good luck.
Dr. Kolb, thank you for your illuminating remarks. I'm certainly glad that you became a neuroscientist versus a lawyer. You'll be pleased to know It may be a prerequisite for you to be a politician, but you may have to pre-qualify with some surgical experience. There's not much money in it, but it will provide you with lots of prestige for a while. Thank you so much for your remarks. I would like to call upon Dr. Bacon to confer the degrees.
Mr. Deputy Chancellor, on behalf of Senate, I present to you the candidates for the doctoral and doctorate degrees, for the master and magisteriate degrees, and for the graduate diplomas and certificates in the Faculty of Arts and Science. I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for these degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Monsieur le Chancelier délégué, au nom du Sénat, je vous présente les candidats au doctorat et à la maîtrise, ainsi qu'aux diplômes et aux certificats de deuxième cycle de la Faculté des Arts et des Sciences. J'atteste qu'ils satisfont aux exigences de ces grades, diplômes et certificats. Will the doctoral and doctorate, master and magisteriate, diploma and certificate candidates please stand?
By the authority of the corporation and the Board of Governors of the university, I admit each of you to the appropriate degree, diploma, or certificate as approved by Senate and certified by the Provost. À titre de chancelier délégué et en vertu de l'autorité de la corporation et du conseil des gouverneurs de l'université, je vous confère les grades que vous postulez sur l'attestation de Sénat et je vous octroie tous les titres, honneurs, devoirs, droits et privilèges afférents à ces grades, diplômes ou certificats. Please be seated.
Mr. Deputy Chancellor, on behalf of Senate, I present to you the candidates for the bachelor and baccalaureate degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Science. I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for these degrees. Monsieur le Chancelier délégué, au nom du Sénat, je vous présente les candidats au baccalauréat de la Faculté des Arts et des Sciences. J'atteste qu'ils satisfont aux exigences de ce grade. Will the bachelor and baccalaureate candidates please stand?
By the authority of the corporation and the Board of Governors of the university, I admit each of you to the bachelor or baccalaureate degrees as approved by Senate and certified by the Provost. À titre de chancelier délégué et en vertu de l'autorité de la corporation et du conseil des gouverneurs de l'université, je vous confère les grades que vous postulez sur l'attestation de Sénat et je vous octroie tous les titres, honneurs, devoirs, droits et privilèges afférents à ce grade. Please be seated and congratulations. While our graduates prepare to cross the stage, I invite you to enjoy the music of the Encore Brass Quintet.
I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Doctorate in Philosophy from the following programs: Psychology, Special Individual Program Social Sciences, Biology, Chemistry, Mathematics, Physics, and Special Individual Program Pure Science. Lawrence Baer. Yannick Breton. Felicia Mayer. Aphrodite Panagopoulos. Simon Rasico. Shireen Al-Safadi. Nassim Sharzad. Jacqueline Leanne Wood. Manel Alzin. Sylvanus Enongen Ekwe. Dirk Otkies. Taib Aisiu. Syed Chowdhury. Vaid Tayari. Amanda Risk. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Environment from the following programs: Environmental Assessment. Valérie Tremblay-Gravel. Aradeshi Vafardari. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Science from the following programs: Biology, Chemistry, Exercise Science, geography, urban and environmental studies, mathematics, and physics. Samuel Alexanian. Stephen Boateng. David de Bellefeuille. Natalie Kaur. Daniel Aponte. Q Fong. Rustia Meharin. Jifeng Zhang. Yusuf Galistani. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in the Teaching of Mathematics. Natalie Don Francesco. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the graduate diploma in the following programs: Environmental Assessment, Biotechnology, and Genomics. Sheila Gatobi. Paleg Kratcherian. Nicholas Stesko.
I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Arts from the following departments: Geography, Planning and Environment, Mathematics and Statistics, and Psychology. Peter Abdallah. Charlotte Andrews. Jeff Beaupre with distinction. Michel Berube. Alexander Bellotta. Matthew Bowen. Kimberly Brunette Fitch. Camila Braila. Jed Burton Taylor. Robert Carney. Daniel Chen with distinction, honors in human environment. Patricia Christo. David Cholfi. Robin Claremont. Matthew Conti. Michael Christopher Cortese with distinction. Michael Anthony Cotignola. Shannon Coulter-Lowe with distinction. Jose Andres Cuadra. Anthony Davis. Serge Del Grosso. Julia Desmarais. Brandon Donnelly. Catherine Farmer. Kylie Goyette, with great distinction, honors in human environment, winner of the Bogdan Zabrowski Medal in Geography, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in geography. Shams Haider. Alexa Hinves, honors in urban planning. Jonathan Hume. Radu Yosef. Ji Zhe. Kayla Jones. Kayla Karavashian with distinction. Lael Kim. Megan Lamb with distinction. Catherine Lapointe. Tony Lang. Stefano Lopez. Marissa Mara. Joshua Matthew Dunn. Joanna McConnell. Filippo Morello. Tamar Moralian. Nejat Mutel. Natalia Natapova. Manija Nazari. Mary Helen Paspalyaris with distinction, honors in human environment. Sanjay Patel. Rebecca Peltier. Stephanie Peltier. Kelly Pennington, with distinction, honors in urban planning, winner of the Interdisciplinary Studies Medal, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in interdisciplinary studies. Jean-Philippe Plourde. Diana Gabriela Prekop. Julie Prue. Rebecca Ratchgott with distinction. Vincent Randisi. Sasha Rayom Jones. Richard Roy. Farhan Siddiqui. Jeffrey Silas. Matthew Silverstein. Nicholas Subirana. Stephanie Terrier. Elizabeth Tong Panet with distinction, honors in urban planning. Wills Tobin with distinction. Anthony Torquia. Jonathan Waxman. Victoria Wozniak. Imran Ahmed. Salik Bahar. Daphne Barry Vadboncourt. Daniela Charkova. Marco D'Agostino. Keshma Davidson. Svetlana Dimitrova with distinction. Melissa Francois. Caroline Hilario Santos with distinction. Andre Lagarde with distinction. Marc-Antoine Lamontagne. Michelle McKenzie. Karina Pruneau. Luai Rabi. Tina Samji. Amanda Spirulias with distinction. Sara Urquia Gomez. Joanny Vigneault. Jun Wang. Jesse White, with distinction, honors pure and applied mathematics. Kirsten Anderson, with great distinction, honors in psychology. Stephanie Aruliandam, with distinction. Orna Azwan. Denise Attar Naji. Karine Obey, with distinction, honors in psychology. Melina Babin Molina. Messika Barry, with distinction. Michelle Bauer, with distinction. Sabrina Bordenaro. Naomi Brown. Khadija Campbell. Corina Cotillo. Xiao Xiao Chen. Chelsea Da Estrella, with great distinction, honors in psychology. Christina De Guerre. Laura Doru, with distinction. Brittany Duprat. Laurence Dussault. Donato Ercolani Arts. Olivia Falconbridge. Stephanie Febraro. James Ferreira Fernandez. Ashley Philadelphia. Alicia Fong with distinction, honors in psychology. Nadia Gagnon-Picard with distinction. Adrian Gandhi. Anthony Gattuso with distinction, honors in psychology. Christina Gavin with distinction. Melissa Gentner. Carolina Gil Arc. Jenna Giuliani. Gina Mae Gordon. Paulina Greenberg. Tamra Greenwich. Cameron Tishaw with distinction, honors psychology, winner of the Science College Prize, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in the Science College. Amanda Hajili. Kelsey Hannon with distinction, honors in psychology. Natalie Harvey. Felicia Hines. Laura Yuhas with distinction, honors in psychology. Kathleen Kennedy Turner with distinction, honors in psychology. Eric Keskin with distinction, honors in psychology. Chaim Kunrech. Maria Quires with distinction. Janice LaGeorgia with great distinction, honors in psychology. Stephanie Lechitello. Jonathan Leclerc with distinction, honors in psychology. Olivia Luengo. Adriana Luminare with distinction, honors in psychology. Joanne Lee. Jessica Mara. Clarina May. Anne Morag McGavin with distinction. Selena Mello. Simone Michaud-Zinkiewicz. Laurence Mignet. Liakut Mohamed Saeed with great distinction, honors in psychology. Erica Montroy. Michelle Munier. Nadine Mutafoglu with distinction. Savannah Nast. Mariana Saldana with distinction, honors in psychology. Eric Noivo. Robert Novosad. Lucy O'Toole with distinction. Shauna Overbury. Sarah Patano. Samantha Parr. Julie Patterson with distinction. Vanessa Payette. Maria Alejandra Peña Abro. Justin Petit Robinson. Sabrina Petroccione. Taryn Petrie. Stacy Pollack with distinction, honors in psychology. Laura Polici. Sonia Ponari. Marie-Lisa Porten with distinction, honors in psychology. Ainsley Meredith Powell with distinction. Shannon Rose with distinction. Kristen Rudiger with distinction. Lara Sancton. Anna Scouten with distinction. Anastasia Slutska. Katie Takifman with distinction, honors in psychology. Dana Thompson. Loic Welsh-Monjou with distinction, honors in psychology. Katrina Wellman. Chanel West with distinction. Amanda Winslade DeFranco with great distinction, honors in psychology. Simon Yang. Kathleen Yo. Juliet Zwicker with distinction.
I am pleased to introduce you to the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Science from the following departments: Biology and Chemistry and Biochemistry. Sabine Ajamian. Tiago Bricoli. Alessia Anello. Michelle Arsenault with distinction, honors biology. Alexander Basra with distinction. Daniel Baudet with distinction. Jessica Bourgeois. Benjamin Buzo. Marco Campoli with distinction. Stephanie Capellino. Bianca Dinzeo. Jennifer DeCaney. David Delanchon with distinction. Ebony Demers with distinction. Vanessa DiCepola. Brendan Doble. Gergana Drumeva. Jeffrey Fisor with distinction. Ava Fogg with distinction, honors cell and molecular biology. Kevin Gawley. Jeremy Glass-Pilon, with distinction, honors cell and molecular biology, winner of the Biology Prize, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in biology. Max Howard, with distinction, honors biology. Asma Hussein, honors biology. Murtaza Khan. Leah Khlat. Vimal Kotari. Mitchell Leduc. Mackenzie Laframboise, with distinction. Elizabeth Landry. Annie La Rochelle. Trang Lee. Samira Lauren. Deanna Marquet. Erica Martire, with distinction. Brenda Melhem, with distinction. Alicia Mignelli, with distinction. Samuel Mihalchu, with distinction. Connor Mustard, with distinction, honors cell and molecular biology. Bibi Nadala. Viali Landren Ngunu. Sandra Orfali. Anna Patricia Ortero. Nadia Paul, with distinction, honors biology. Alexandra Peebles, with distinction. Amanda Piano, with distinction. Rubinia Pia. Mark Post. Shivanya Prabharan. Arti Ramachandran. Ignacio Romero. Negah Rufigari Esfahani. Deepak Saini, with distinction, honors cell and molecular biology. Bikramjit Sidhu. Kyle Simpson. Yasmina Sule Doso. Michael Stein. Madie Tabatabaye Shafie. Daphne Tazal. Kelly Thitch. Melissa Valente Paterno with distinction, honors cell and molecular biology. Fiona Vickers. Reshmi Virashami. Shelby Wams with distinction. Carolyn Warsh. Emily Wilson with distinction. Heather Wilson with distinction. Eva Vizhimirska. Mona Ashur. Mark Assad. Cecilia Ayuk. Angelia Bassenden with distinction. Andrew Dalton with distinction, honors chemistry. Bushra Dawood. Vincenzo Di Dodo with distinction. James Doyle with distinction, honors biochemistry. Ivan Enrique Escalante Cornejo, honors biochemistry. Samantha Exame. Philip Fioceri. Philippe Alexandre Gendron. Vicky Gutierrez. Dawood Hassan. Alyssa Iono. Narges Kalantari with distinction, honors biochemistry. Harag Kozajian. Sarah Lag with distinction, honors biochemistry. Jonathan Langlois. Lenje Sador Mengju with great distinction, honors chemistry. Akisha Pitt Taylor. Andrew Prop with great distinction, honors chemistry, winner of the chemistry medal, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in chemistry, winner of the Science College Prize, awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in the Science College. Mohammed Samuel Rahman. Justin Reish Moyen. Shomya Ranganathan. Caitlin Robinson, with distinction, honors biochemistry. Atia Sabur. Laura Alicia Sacre, with distinction. Fadwa Schumann. Sedina Toure, with distinction, honors biochemistry. Win Yun Trung. Chantal Warren. Rebecca Webb.
I'm pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Science from the following departments: Exercise Science, Geography, Planning and Environment, Mathematics and Statistics, Physics, and Psychology. Safa Asif, with great distinction. Virginie Aspiro-Buron. Aurélie Benzikri. Leah Calderone, with distinction. Elise Courville, with distinction. Alicia Dam, with distinction. Riccardo Di Giandomenico. Julia Durham. Mally Deichler, with distinction. Matthew Rennie, with distinction. Amy Fortin-Barrette, with distinction. Sakina Gori, with distinction. Lucie Grandmont, with distinction. Kevin Hillier. Elena Hobbs. Rachel Amar, with distinction. Patricia Marino Lato, with distinction. Jennifer Machido. Alexandrine Massé-Bombardier, with distinction. Gabrielle Meluish. Melissa Montgomery, with distinction. Tiffany Nagy. Stephanie Oliel, with distinction. Jennifer Berube. Vandana Patel. Valérie Patnaud. Vu Pham, with distinction. Nikki Priestley. Lindsay Reed, with great distinction, honors exercise science, winner of the exercise science plaque awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in exercise science. Christopher Rail, with distinction. Jamie Schell, with great distinction, honors exercise science. Jessica Sumard. Jency Siva Subramaniam, with distinction. Nichelle Simone Skeet. Christine Siuki. Tavaraga Vermutu. Kristen Wilgar Nielsen, with distinction. Ricardo Zenteno. Sandra Anastasio. Jessica Ashmore. Pei-Ying Chen. Stephen Jean. Vincent Marinotti. Jonathan Ruse, with distinction. Rosalie Wong. Maya Bougeli, with distinction. Stuart Bailey. Salia Bakshi. Carol Bedard, with distinction. Congratulations. Michaela Babuk, with distinction. Oliver Brown, with great distinction, winner of the Eric O'Connor Mathematics Medal, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in mathematics. Fabiano Garofalo, with distinction. Raminder Gill. Aaron Gokter, with distinction. Hao Guo. He Chia Hao. Victor Komsalov, with distinction. Catherine Lalonde. Florence Larose, with distinction. Charles Lebel Maranda, with great distinction. Sophie Link, with distinction. Jennifer Max. Daniel Tiberio Niagoy. Jeanette Ong Yun, with distinction. Julia Sarah Waknin, with distinction. Andriana Rokakis. Sarah Sami. Yannick Yossi. Dan Cardinal. Giuseppe Ramisieri, with distinction, winner of the Walter Raudorf Medal for Physics, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in physics. Matt Saracen. Stephanie Adler, with distinction. Ikra Akhtar. Abar Al-Jassim, with distinction. Stacy Angeles, with distinction, honors psychology. Vanessa Anjachak. Linda Aptia. Lauren Arena, with great distinction, honors psychology, behavioral neuroscience, winner of the J.W. Bridges Medal for Psychology, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in psychology. Shane Balish, with distinction. Rukshana Begum. Shannon Bellevue, with great distinction, honors psychology, behavioral neuroscience. Melissa Berman, with great distinction, honors psychology, behavioral neuroscience. Melissa Camuso, with distinction, honors psychology, behavioral neuroscience. Steve Ciccione, with great distinction, honors psychology. Athanasios Kondax. Emily Daoud, with great distinction, honors psychology, behavioral neuroscience. Solange Daou-Cloutier. Andrea Di Carlo. Stephanie Galati, with distinction. Catherine Hill. Maxence Luc Bernier, with distinction, honors psychology, behavioral neuroscience. Gabrielle Meyer. Julia Munden, with distinction, honors psychology, behavioral neuroscience. Catherine Nofal. Catherine Poirier, with distinction, honors psychology. Krista Pratt, with distinction. Christina Persa, with distinction, honors psychology. Lana Rappaport, with distinction, honors psychology. Sarah Said, with distinction. Leandra Spatari. Richard Starr. Ryan Tabara, with distinction, honors psychology, behavioral neuroscience. Li Zhang.
I'd like to call upon Interim Dean Locke, Associate Dean D'Amico, and Dean of Students Woodall for the presentation of the prizes.
The winner of the Mappin Medal, donated by the Mappin family, awarded to the highest-ranking student graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Science is Charles Labelle Miranda, Bachelor of Science.
The Malone Medal. The winner of the Malone Medal, presented in honor of Reverend Patrick G. Malone and awarded to the undergraduate graduating student whose efforts and dedication best exemplify the values of the university within the internal Concordia community, is Cameron Hogg Tishaw, BA. The Provost Medal for Outstanding Achievement. The winner of the Provost Medal for Outstanding Achievement, awarded to an undergraduate student in his or her graduating year, whose commitment and spirit towards academic excellence, leadership, athleticism, and civic responsibility, reflecting the values exemplified by Concordia University, is Jamie Shell, Bachelor of Science.
Congratulations to all the prize winners. The Governor General's Silver Medal is awarded on behalf of His Excellency, the Governor General of Canada, to the highest ranking undergraduate student graduating from Concordia University. He is graduating from the Department of Mathematics and Statistics with a near perfect grade point average. It is with great pleasure that I announce this year's winner, Mr. Charles Labelle Miranda. I would now like to ask Mr. Cameron Hogg Tishaw to give the valedictory address.
Deputy Chancellor Wiener, Chairman Hébert, President and Vice Chancellor Shepherd, Dr. Kolb, distinguished guests and participants, fellow students, families, and friends. It is my distinct and supreme pleasure to address you tonight on behalf of the graduating class. Ce fut un véritable privilège de pouvoir partager avec vous cette soirée marquée d'intense joie et de fierté. Tonight, we celebrate the culmination of a momentous journey. Hold your heads high, because your presence here is a testament to both your acute intelligence as well as your remarkable dedication. Whether you're receiving your first, second, or even third degree, whether you are a part-time or full-time student, whether you are a young adult or a working parent, your commitment to academia speaks volumes to the strength of your character and to the passion in your heart. As we stand here together at the acme of our degrees, we might be reminded that if we've been permitted to climb so high and to see so far, it is that we are truly standing on the shoulders of giants. I tell you this now, these giants walk among us. They are our professors, the intellectual titans from whom we learn, the men and women who devote themselves to sharing their knowledge and expertise with eager young minds. They are also our parents and grandparents, the pillars of strength from which we grow, the extraordinary individuals with whom our very existence is inexorably intertwined and whom we share our triumphs and defeats. They are our friends and siblings, the reassuring characters from which we draw comfort and who provide us with the quintessential divertissements that maintain balance in our lives. And they are, of course, our partners, the inexhaustible wells from which we draw strength, from which we draw solace, and from which we draw courage as we travel through the chapters of our lives. It takes a village to raise a scholar, and every single person in this room deserves the unabashed gratitude of the graduate student they have come here to support. This remarkable gathering here tonight will last only far too briefly, for there is a great wind rising, a great warm summer breeze that will lift us up like seeds and sow us to fertile lands both close to home and far over shore. And when we alight, my fellow graduates, we will grow. Not only will we grow, we will thrive. And as we do, we will extend Concordia's values of harmony, tolerance, and intellectual rigor. We will become the Concordia diaspora that spreads around the entire globe, and the world will be a better place for us. For me, Concordia has been a place of intense intellectual and emotional growth. Already, I reminisce about the long nights spent bonding with the very Dr. Kolb that sits in this room as I pored over his textbook, The Fundamentals of Human Neuropsychology, 6th edition. I personally thank him for filling it with colorful pictures. Like many, I leave Concordia thankful for the knowledge that I've acquired, but also humbled by the vast amount of information yet to be learned. Concordia has given me the remarkable gifts of critical thinking, discipline, and most importantly, scientific wonder. I am and will always be forever in her debt. One final remark before the great wind blows through this room and sweeps us all away. The degree bestowed upon you tonight carries with it a weighty responsibility. Your degree positions you as a leader in tomorrow's society. Vous aurez la chance de pouvoir prendre des décisions d'importance qui auront des répercussions sur vous et sur ceux qui vous entourent. Laissez-vous guider par vos faits, votre science, et surtout par votre cœur. And here's why it really matters. The greatest challenges that face us today will require sharp scientific minds like your own to be solved. The sociological and technological trials of our time will require cooperation and dedication from countless individuals if they are to be overcome. This daunting task falls to each of us. I offer you the remarks of the ever-wise and astute Dr. Seuss. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So go lead. Go take charge. Go inspire, inquire, and aspire. Go fail. Go fail, take a step back, inhale, and then prevail. Go postulate, investigate, and create. Go live. Go love. And always and forever, my fellow graduates, go learn. Thank you. Félicitations à tous.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank Mr. Haughteshaw for his warm remarks, which were outstanding. We, your partners, are grateful for your comments and your address. Let's hope that the warm summer breeze continues and that you all of you, thrive and lead. Thank you. I would like to ask Provost Bacon for his closing remarks.
Mesdames et messieurs, merci. Merci d'être venus en si grand nombre partager avec nous la joie de nos diplômés. Thank you all for being here to celebrate the success of the outstanding class of 2014. Dear graduates, throughout your studies, you've had the full support of your professors and other members of the Concordia community. Just as importantly, you've also had the full support of your family and your friends, many of whom are here today to celebrate with you. If they could not be physically here today, they're here in spirit, or perhaps they're watching the ceremony live on our website. Some may be doing that in the middle of the night, half a world away. Graduates, please stand up. I'm going to ask you to stand up. Please stand up. Feel the support from the back of the room. Now I'd like you to turn around and tell the people there, your friends and family, tell them how much you love them. Dear graduates, a final word. Concordia will always be your university. Maybe you will come back for further studies at Concordia. Or maybe, like myself, who graduated about 20 years ago, you'll have the privilege to come back one day and work here. Maybe one day, you'll be the proud parents of the next generation of Concordia students. As alumni, you will also play an important role in supporting our students and promoting the reputation of our great university. And wherever you go, I know you will make us very proud. We've come to the end of our ceremony. Thank you all once again for being with us today here. Please, as you leave the hall, do join us for a vin d'honneur in the foyer.